Hi girls, and welcome back to St. Monica's for 2020. By now you would have received your Essential Maths textbook for the year from the library. The purpose of this video is to help you set up the online companion that goes with the textbook. For that you're going to need two 16-character activation codes, the first of which you'll find on the very inside cover of your textbook. The other you'll receive individually from your math teacher. Alright, let's get started. So, the first thing you want to do is go to your desktop and click on the launcher. When that happens, this will come up. As you scroll down, there's a couple of links there that are of interest. There's this one called Cambridge Maths and Cambridge Essential Maths. Cambridge Essential Maths is the one that you want to click on. It will take you to this lovely blue screen, not already brown screen, blue screen. Now, as you are continuing students at St. Monica's, you will already have an Essential Mathematics account for the online version. So you don't need to go to the top left-hand corner or right-hand corner and join now. What you need to do first, though, is to put in your username. If you remember what your username was from last year, type it in now and click Next. If you don't remember your username, remember that in previous years we've suggested that you use the letter of your first name and your surname as your username. Try that. Again, if that doesn't work, then go to your teacher. They have a list of everyone's username and they can find yours there on the list. If you know your username now, type it in and click Next. You're going to have to type in your password. Now, if you remember your password, type it in now and click Sign In. If you don't remember your password, remember that previously we've suggested using St. Monica's and the year that you started here at St. Monica's as your password. So for example, if you're in grade 8, we suggested that you use St. Monica's 2019. Type that in now, click on Sign In and see if it works. Now unfortunately, if that doesn't work, we're not allowed to keep a list of all your passwords anymore. So if you've got to this stage and still don't know your password, you're going to have to click on the Forgot Your Password tab at the very bottom of the page. Cambridge, the people who run the site, will send you an email to your school email address with a temporary password. Collect it now, type it in, and click Sign In. If your username and password work, then you'll be taken to this screen, Account Settings, and the first thing you'll notice is this red note which says your subscription from last year has expired. So you need to update it for this year. So scroll down to the bottom of the page where it says Add or / renew a product. So if you again look on the inside of your textbook and look to the second page where you've written your number under the textbook hire tag, if there are other students' names then this textbook has been used previously. So it is a second-hand textbook. So on the tab where it says second-hand registration, you need to click on Yes. That will change it so that you need to put in two codes now. If your textbook is brand new, you are the very first person to use this particular textbook, then leave it as no. And for the activation code underneath there, you add in the activation code that you'll find on the inside of your textbook. For most of us though, we need to click on Yes, it's been used by a previous student, so yes, it's a second-hand textbook. Now you've got two activation codes that you need to put in. The first one, for the first lot, is from the inside of your textbook. The second one, the second lot of 16-character activation code, is the one that will be given individually to you by your math teacher. Take a moment now to click in both of those activation codes. The first one, remember, from the inside of your textbook, and the second one that's been given to you individually by your maths teacher. Once you've entered your two activation codes, the next step is to hit the I accept the terms and conditions button and submit. But before you do that, on this same page, you can go up the top and enter your class key. So to be registered with your actual class here at St. Monica's, your teacher has a list of all the class keys. So for your particular class, all you need to ask your teacher, what's the key code for my particular class? Enter it on this section where it says class key. For example, gripe 626 is a class key for one of the grade 8 classes, but it may not be for your particular class. Ask your teacher for your particular class key. Enter it and hit submit. Hopefully it'll say it's been entered. quite correctly to this particular class. Scroll down the bottom of the page, click on the I accept the terms and conditions, and now hit the submit button. Now go to this page and say that you are now signed up for this year's Essential Maths Online, and it will expire at the end of this year, 2020. Check your details if you like. Mainly the only thing you need to change is, for the school year, you might need to update it to your present year and hit the update button. Other than that, everything will be ready to go. So now you could go to up the top and go to the settings and log out. If you've remembered your username and your password, now you should be able to put it back in and go back to the same site. Alright, good luck girls, have a great year. See ya.